Okay, welcome back to, I've decided to call the channel Rotor Rant, because as you get to know me, you're probably going to find out that I tend to rant a lot about stuff that really annoys me. I'm going to have to say though that this is completely the opposite. This has been the most fun build I've ever had. It's gone together perfectly, smoothly, haven't had any issues, except after we last calibrated the ESCs and set them up. One did blow up on me, so it took me a few minutes to swap one of them out. I have my suspicions about that, and I'm probably going to rant about that down the track. But if you look really closely here, I've actually installed a 28 volt TVS across the battery inputs because I have my suspicions about the battery actually tanking, and one of the MOSFETs probably was overvolted, and that was why it blew up. Anyway, that was really quick to swap out because it was just the 3 power wires and the 3 motor wires, and that's done. So we're 43 minutes in. What I have also done is mounted up the cam in here, modified the header. I wanted the cable on this end, that way we can take the top section on and off really easy. I've soldered a little header onto here. You can see for taking the video in. I don't know where the audio goes in on this thing. I'm not sure if it's got it. I'll have to do a little bit more research. And the last bit is the receiver. Now, this is something I pulled off another model. I made that out of a piece of FR4 fiberglass from printed circuit board and just etched the copper off it. It's a bit clunky, but what it does do, it gives a nice, neat mounting surface for the radio on the top here. That just screws down onto there. And there's our RX, plug it in the side, and we're ready to go. So, you know, this thing's really close. So the last thing I'll do is screw that down, mount the antennas on some cable ties with some heat shrink, mount the VTX antenna up under here, probably just with a couple of cable ties, so if it hits anything they'll pop off, and plug the camera in. And I think that's going to be pretty well the build. Can't think of anything else I need to tell you. I did have to. It's a XSB receiver. I did deskin it, and this is actually on another project. So all I had to do was pull it off because it was actually off a an old board. A SP Racing F3 board had the same connector on it. So I think I just had to move one of the pins around and hot glued it onto here. Another thing though, if anybody's interested, I might do a run of these. They're probably only going to be $3 or $4 each, but I'll probably get maybe 10 or 20 of these little mounting boards made, maybe with a little bit more of a cutout to make them a bit lighter, and a few slots to put zip ties on. But they are really handy for mounting things. That way I didn't have to hot glue it up in under here, because it really just, I couldn't get satisfied with a solution for a mount up under here. So I think this is much neater. The really crazy thing is, with that hooked up, it'll fly. There's no video, but if you want to do any line of sight stuff, that's ready to go. So I'll put the last few bits together and show you how things are when it's all done. So this is exciting. Should be able to get it flying in a little while.